Now that I've seen the change to him, I think some teams will still try to run him with certain compositions, but I don't think you're going to see him 24/7 on all maps. You might see a team run him like whenever they don't have a flash, like on their, if they need a flash in their comp, but like his flash is actually not as good anymore. Definitely. Honestly, in my opinion, this is like a slight nerf. This is a slight nerf because you can actually tell if he's like, if he does fake it, you don't know where he faked it from before, but now you know where he faked it from. So you know the 2 points that he can be at. So that's a nerf in itself. And then obviously the health. The clone being less of a flash, that's pretty huge too, because 3 seconds was insane. Honestly, rather than this 0.75 going to 1.5, I think this thing right here, I think this is the biggest change to him. Because when someone kind of looks away from a flash, it doesn't hit like a truck anymore. Like if you slightly looked away from it, it won't hit you like as hard as what it did. Before, this flash hit you like really, really hard. Dimensional drift, honestly, I think this is just whatever. I think this was overtuned. I think it's always overtuned before, and I think it's in a good spot now. So I think the character definitely can be like played in both pro and ranked, but it's just not as good as what it was. Is it only Yoru flash that's nerfed on how hard it hits? No off-screen flash destroys his entry, in my opinion. It destroys his individual entry if you're trying to make a TP play. I still think his flash is good as a layered flash to cover extra ground, but I don't think it fully destroys his entry if you're running double flash composition. I don't think it does. Because if you see the way right here, there was a way I entried in B site. What was this one round? I had a stinger. It was this round right here. So one thing about, like, for example, this round right here is I was still able to entry because my Sky threw a flash and then I threw like a layered flash with the entry with the clone. But yeah, so I threw this flash like this, and so he hits my clone. He turns away from the clone after shooting it, but then this flash is in the back. It's still on screen because he's looking at here. So it's on screen because it bounces there. And then as you can see, there's 2 people blind from this flash because this one was an on screen flash that they didn't look away from. So it was actually pretty solid. That's why I was able to get the double right here. This flash is actually a really good flash, by the way, because it doesn't blind your long people as they're entering out, and it blinds anyone under hookah or cubby if they're trying to like peek or hold. Really good flash, by the way. Even if you throw it with a different character, if you can get a flash that hits behind this box high up, it's really, really good for your people. So just more dependent on team play. Yeah. But yeah, like this flash, for example, is completely fine, but where's the round at elbow where I like tried flashing on the Reyna? So as you can see right here, look at how the Reyna turned from this flash. Like he's there and he just kind of turned it. That's not a full turn, is it not, chat? So before on the old flash, this is a full flash. But as you can see, he literally had the same thing that happened to me. That's why I'm saying that for the Yoru nerf, this one right here is the biggest one by far. I think this is way bigger than the ult, in my opinion, because this also, like, even if he had his flash in the ult, it still is like an inferior flash of like what it was. Does that make sense?